Have you ever woke up and wondered what was wrong? You knew that you wanted to be elsewhere, that there was more to life than what you were living, more than bills that you were paying, the job you was keeping. Look to the horizon, look to the sunsets. Your answer is there. Put your feet on the ground and take a deep breath and step out into the nomadic lifestyle. You will not regret it. Hey tubers, how is everybody tonight? Yeah, right, I just put on a cigarette. Anyhow, this is my third time of making this video. Oh God, twice on my program and twice nothing, black screen. Driving me nuts, man. It's driving me crazy. So anyway, before we hit the subject of this video, real fast, you know, today I was making my creamer. I make homemade creamer for my coffee, and I thought, oh my God, I forgot. I have never told my YouTube audience. So, real fast, let me give you the recipe, and I will put it down below in the description as well. First of all, if you have store-bought creamer in your refrigerator, I want you guys to go to that refrigerator right now and look at the ingredients. Right? You can't pronounce half of it. Just saying. Anyhow, so what I do for homemade creamer, and it's all natural, you can make it sugar-free or not, you don't even need to add sweetener if you don't want, is you take 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream and 1 cup of regular milk, low-fat milk, non-fat milk. You can use almond milk, soy milk, coconut milk. You can use any of those. So you're going to have 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. You're going to have a full cup of milk, and you're going to have a teaspoon of any kind of extract you want. Vanilla extract, hazelnut extract, peppermint, chocolate, any extract, any flavor you want. 1 teaspoon. And then I drink Sweeten Low, you guys, in my coffee. I have since I was like 24, 25, and I know it's chemicals. I get that. No nasty comments. But I add 3 packs of Sweeten Low to that mixture and just shake it really good. You can use one of your old store-bought bottles, or you can use a mason jar, as long as you can seal it and put it back in the refrigerator. By the way, this is cheaper than buying creamer out of the store by a lot. Even though heavy whipping cream, and you only need one that's like that big, you can make a month's worth of creamer out of it. But it's actually cheaper than buying creamer from the store. Way healthier for you, and it's about 25 calories a tablespoon, just like the creamer you get in the store. Only there isn't the 16 chemicals in it. Now you can add, I add Sweeten Low, you can add equal, you can add regular sugar. You don't have to add sugar. My ex doesn't put sugar in his coffee because, you guys, whipping cream has got a sweet taste to it anyway. So you don't have to add sweetener, but if you want to, add it in last and shake it up, mix it, put it in your fridge, and now you have homemade coffee creamer, a lot cheaper and way healthier for you. Just saying. So today's topic is maintenance on our RVs. And I want to share some of the maintenance I do with my RV. Okay? And some of it I learned the hard way, obviously. God, you guys, sometimes. Okay, you want to check your tire pressure. I know, right? I have notes. I want to stay on task here. First, you want to check your tire pressure at least once a month. And the reason is that extreme weather, hot or cold, is going to make you lose air. If you keep those tires where they're supposed to be, it's going to take longer to sun rot them, weather rot them, and your tire is just going to remain healthy. It's not going to warp, yada, yada, yada. So add air, keep them if add air as needed accordingly to whatever the manufacturer's air pressure is supposed to be. Once a month, guys. Start your rig once a week, at least. I start my, and even if you're out boondocking, start your rig once a week. You want to keep that emission system blown out, because the longer it sits, the more stuff builds up in there. So start your rig. I start mine once a week. I let it run for about 5 minutes. That keeps your battery healthy. That keeps your engine lubed, and it's just good for your rig. So whether you're sitting on a slab or you're out boondocking, start that rig once a week. And my next one, you're going to go, do you think, Tammy? Oh, God. Check your battery fluid levels. The minute you buy that rig, check those fluids. And I should have last month, and I didn't. My fault. I should have checked it. I should have checked it the night I had the electrical done, and I didn't. And now my air passages are burnt. My throat's burnt. I sneezed for an hour and a half when I woke up this morning, you guys, because of, and I have a little blister. Just save yourself the heartache and the expense, and check that battery fluid at least every 45 days. And absolutely when you first buy a rig. And then as your usage and stuff is what will determine how much water you use in your batteries, and always use distilled. But I would start at when you get it, and then every 45 days, check the water in those batteries. And never, never add water to a battery that is hot. Fill the sides. If the sides are not hot, the fluid is not hot. Just saying. And it'll also save you money. Okay, re-level your rig as needed. In my dash, I have a little level that goes long ways and one that goes up and down. Now, normally, I don't go over there and check the levels. Now, every time I start my rig once a week, I check my levels. But I usually notice on that shower, because your water does not drain correctly. And the last thing we want is water sitting in our tub or our shower. So make sure that if your rig is unlevel, level it. It's just healthier for your rig, for the lines and all that. And with that being said, something that I've just learned is make sure that you pull your slides in before you level. It's very important. Oh, you guys are going to hate this one. I do. Wash your rig twice a year. I know, right? What a pain in the butt that is. Wait till you hear the next one. You think washing your rig once every 6 months is bad? And you guys, it's going to be an all-day chore. And while you're doing it, don't forget to wash the roof. And check for leaks while you're up there. Wax your rig once a year. Now, you can pay to have somebody come out and wash your rig. It's usually $100. I can't afford $100. And you could pay somebody to come out and wax that rig. But regardless, it needs waxed once a year, you guys. If you ever sell that, you're going to want it to look its best. And not only that, I know it's just a coat of paint, but that's still installation of some sort. So wash it every 6 months, wax it once a year. Wax on, wax off. I learned as a kid. You're right, I had to do Dad's truck every weekend. Okay, your solar panels. You guys have to maintain and clean solar panels. Bottom line, they sit up there, they get dust, they get rained on, and they get layers of dirt. Well, the more layers and the more dirt, the less watts you're going to get. So at least once a week, get up there or get out there and wash those solar panels. And don't wash them when they're hot. Wash them early in the morning or at night. That way you're not going to crack them. Just saying. But keep those solar panels clean. You know what? Your battery will appreciate it. Your house, you will appreciate it, because you're going to get the full wattage that you paid for, because we pay good money for our solar panels. Okay, black tanks. You know, when I first got here, I was so ecstatic that I didn't have to empty a black tank anymore. I just hooked it up to the sewer and let the puppy run, along with my gray tank. I thought, oh, this is the life. Well, it was about a week later, and my neighbor on this side came over. He said, Tammy, do you keep your black tank open? And I said, why, yes. How'd you know? He says, because I haven't seen you empty it. I said, yes, sir, I keep that open. I said, am I not supposed to? He goes, oh, absolutely not. Let me tell you guys why. First of all, it's okay to leave your gray tank open if you want to. You do not leave your black tank open. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. And this is a little nasty and a little disgusting, but this is a fact. If you leave your black tank open, you guys, all the liquid runs out and the solids sit on the bottom and dry out. And what you end up doing is having to replace the black tank. Not good. So I only have to empty my black tank once a week. But I'm all alone. So make sure that you guys keep that black tank closed. And don't forget that just because you're in an RV park and you're not out boondocking, you guys still need to add chemicals to those every time. Every time. Just, you're never going to get out of doing it, ever, ever, ever. So just go to Walmart, buy a bag of 12 or 24 for 10 bucks is what I pay. Toss one in every time you start a new tank. And it'll keep your funk down. One of the other reasons that you don't want to leave that black tank open is because gases from the sewer will come back up into your house and make you very sick. So that is a very important maintenance that you need to do on a weekly basis, or even more depending on how many people you have living in your RV. I know, right? I'm not used to notes. Okay. If you have slide outs in your RV, okay, there's a rubber seal that goes around the outside. Some have it on the inside as well. Mine does not. The rubber seal on the outside will get weathered, and it will crack, and it will eventually make it where your slide don't even work. Not only that, weather can come in, water damage, rain, snow, bugs. Bugs. So get out there every 3 months, you guys, and oil the rubber around your slides. They have a special oil that you can get at any RV dealer. You can get it on Amazon, you can get it on eBay, but oil those rubbers. Keep them pliable, you guys. You want those to last the lifetime of your rig. Replacing those is going to be hella expensive, bottom line. So do yourself a favor. Buy the $10 worth of oil. Get out there on a ladder and oil the rubbers on your slide outs. You'll be happy you did. Okay. I would do that at least every 3 months, depending on the weather. If it's over hot, over cold, if it rains a lot, snows a lot, if you're sitting in the desert a lot, I would just try and maintain those rubbers. Keep them nice and pliable, you guys. Okay, if you use a generator, let's say you're out boondocking, you guys need to check that oil every morning before you start that generator. Bottom line. You need to change the oil in that generator at least every 100 hours. The manufacturer will tell you how many hours you can go. Now, I'm going to tell you, when I got out every morning and I checked the oil in my generator, Yeah, there were days I didn't have to add any, but there were days I did. And I always could tell by the oil itself. If it gets really black, you need to change that oil. To heck with waiting 100 hours. Just common sense will tell you how often. And all it is a little plug, guys. You turn it, the oil drains out. You put it in a container, of course. Don't pour it out on the ground. And then you put the plug back in and you fill it back up. But as with your engine in your automobile, in your RV, you do not over oil your generator motor. Never, you guys, put too much oil in any motor or too much transmission fluid, because that oil has to come out somewhere. And what happens is there's so much pressure in there. If you put too much, it's going to start coming out on the seals. It's going to mess up your car or your generator. So maintain that generator, you guys. Now look, if you're not using a generator and you're parked on a slab, you cannot start that generator while you're plugged in. Unplug, start that generator once a month, you guys. Doesn't hurt. Let it run for 5 minutes, shut it down. Just like everything else in our RVs, our generators have got to be maintained. And the last thing you want is old gas gumming up the carburetor in that. Because once that happens, you're going to be having a rebuilt carburetor. Money. Just saying. Tammy's notes. I know, right? I'm so used to going off the cuff, guys. I just didn't want to forget anything. Okay, the next one, bug spray. Whether you're out boondocking or you're sitting on a slab, you want to bug spray your house inside and out at least once a month. Now, where I'm at, they have a service that'll come in, and for 20 bucks, they will do outside your rig and inside your rig. But I don't do that. You know, I'm frugal. I go to Walmart for $7. I buy 5 gallons of bug spray with a little squirter on it, and I do my own house inside and out once a month. Now, guys, parked, you're going to get all kinds of spiders up under that rig. You don't want them in your house. You spill sugar on the floor, you're going to have ants. Your neighbor got cockroaches, you're going to get them unless you spray. So I always spray the diameter on the ground around my house. I always spray underneath my house, and I always lift up my compartments. Watch out for electrical and lights. Lift them up because most of those have holes. The spiders and the bugs can crawl, and the mice can crawl right up in there, okay? I always spray my undercarriage, and I always spray my storage bins. And I always, always, always do inside my house. Outside, I'll go around my whole door so that nothing comes in while my screen is open. Which brings me to my very last thing. You know, mice and rats will get up in your house and they will eat your electrical wires, they will eat through your walls, they'll eat your food, and not to mention that some desert mice can carry a very bad disease that could kill you in their urine and their feces. What I do, and it's very cheap, you guys, and they hate it. If you cannot afford to go buy steel wool and cover and fill every little hole in your RV, which to me is just an asinine thought, go get fabric softener sheets. I have fabric softener sheets in every cupboard that I have, under my bed, around every electrical wire that I have, because mice and rats hate the stuff. They hate it. So keep the mice and the rats out of your house. You know, you guys, I hope this helped. I know that maintenance is not always fun, but I know that it'll save us a lot of money in the long run. And I just wanted to share the stuff that I've learned since being an RV owner, that it's so important. One more thing, before you leave any place, whether you're out boondocking 14 days or you're parked in an RV resort for 6 months, before you pull out, check your fluids, check your transmission fluid, your oil, your wiper fluid, check your radiator fluid. Check it all, you guys. Never, never, never leave out of anywhere without checking the fluids in your automobile, because you want that stuff running top notch. You don't want to be stranded somewhere on the road. You don't want to be out in the middle boondocking and all of a sudden your engine seizes. Not on your generator and not on your RV. I really hope this, I know it's a little long, but I really hope that this video has helped and will help. If there's anything you think I missed, leave it down below and share it with all of us, okay? Remember to love yourselves, because if you don't love you, nobody's going to love you. And if you love you, you're all more equipped to love somebody else. Anyway, do something good for yourself today, and to remember that God loves you. Just saying. I had to throw that out there. He answers so many of my prayers, you guys. One more thing. This morning I woke up to the most precious gift. One of my female viewers, subscribers, sent me a monumental gift this morning, and I want to thank you. I didn't ask your permission to use your name in a video, but you know who you are, and I really appreciate it. It was such a surprise, and I will use it for exactly what you told me to get that program. If I could just figure out how to use it. Anyway, be blessed, everybody. Until next time, peace out.